In this video, we're going to learn everything you need to know about the stock app. So when you click it and it takes you to this page of any stock, you know what you're looking at. So top left is going to be the stock's name and ticker symbol. So here we're looking at MCD, which is McDonald's Corporation, traded on the New York Stock Exchange. So over here in the top right is going to be the current prices of the stock. So this is the price of the stock at close. So one share at close. And every day, the stock market closes at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it opens at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So you can see at close, the stock closed at a price of $265.77, and that's also going to be right there, again, at 4 p.m. right there. So we look right next to it. That's going to be what the share price is doing after hours. So this little dotted line, and there's this after hours trading that goes on for insiders that happens and closes at 8 p.m. So that's going to be a 4-hour window where only insiders can trade. And so on this day, again, there's not much going on after hours with McDonald's. And you see that at close price, it just kind of drops a little bit further, but essentially is no different than when it closed at. Now let's take a look at what's going on here in the bottom left. So here you have the open, and that's just going to be what the stock opened at. So right there, again, 9 a.m. Eastern Time is when the stock market opens every day on Monday through Friday. And so you see it open there at $265.87 per share. Right below that, the high, that's going to be the high for the day. So you see McDonald's reached a high for the day of $266.82. And you can see right there, that is going to be the high for the day. And then right below that is going to be the low, which, as you can guess, that's going to be the lowest point it hit for the day. And so here the lowest point was $264.55 per share was the lowest point it hit all day. Right next to that here, we have three things: volume, PE, and market cap. So again, vol, that is just short for volume. And volume is just the number of transactions on the stock on the trading day. PE is going to be the price to earnings ratio, and that's going to be the ratio of the price of one share to its profit or earnings per share. And then market cap is short for market capitalization, and that's just the total market value of the stock. And take note here that we will return to this PE at the very end. Next to that, we got 52-week high, 52-week low, and average volume. So 52-week high, that's going to be the highest the stock has been in the past year. So the highest this stock has reached in the past year per share is $302.39. So you can see it's at $265 right now. So it's a little bit below its 52-week high. Below that is going to be the 52-week low. So as you can guess, that's the lowest the stock has been in the past year. So again, it's above the low. It's at $265 now. Its lowest in the past year was $245. And then right here, the average volume, it's going to be the average trading volume in the past year. So the volume on the day was 1.545 million, and that's a little bit below. That's actually quite below the average volume on an average day of 3.319 million transactions per day on that stock. Here we got the last thing you need to know. You got yield, beta, and EPS. Let's go over those in a little more detail. Yield just means dividend yield. Beta is short for volatility. It just means volatility. And then EPS is earnings per share. So yield, dividend yield, is the percentage of the stock share that is paid out extra, usually 4 times per year. Beta is going to be how volatile the stock is compared to the market. And then earnings per share is going to be the profit a company makes per share every single quarter. So let's look at this in a little more detail here. So dividend yield here says 2.51%. So that means McDonald's pays out a 2.51% extra dividend of whatever you have invested 4 times per year. So if you have, say, $5,000 invested in McDonald's, you're going to get every quarter 2.51% extra of whatever you have invested. Beta, or volatility, is going to be how volatile the stock is compared to the market. And so a good number to know is 1. And that's going to be if it just had perfect average volatility. It just followed the market volatility perfectly. 0 is going to be it's less volatile than the market. So, any number in between 1 and 0 means it's going to be less volatile than the average market. And then 2 or more, that's actually going to be a lot more volatile. So any number higher than 1 is more volatile, and the higher you get, the more volatile it is going to be. So right here we see McDonald's has a beta of 0.71. So that means that McDonald's is less volatile than the regular market because, again, it's less than 1. And then finally, right here, earnings per share, the profit a company makes per share every quarter. So you see right there, McDonald's has an EPS of $11.78. So that means McDonald's makes $11.78 in profit per every share every quarter. So remember, we're going to circle back to this PE ratio, the price to earnings ratio. And that is, again, is going to be the ratio of a price of one share of stock to its profit or earnings per share. So we can see how we make this calculation right here. So it's just a simple division. So we have the share price and divided by the EPS. So we're going to do that right down here. So the share price, usually it is taken by the at close number. So 265.77 is what it was at close, divided by the EPS, which in this case is 11.78. And then when you divide that, that's going to give you the PE ratio. In this case, 265.77 divided by 11.78 is going to give us a PE ratio of 22.56, which on the stock chart is right there, PE of 22.56. And what that means is that you are currently paying 22.56 times the actual profit McDonald's makes for one share. So that is everything you really need to know about how to read these stock charts. Hope this video helped. Take it easy.